Good evening. Alyssa Coin and Currency here again. We say evening because it's a Sunday evening here in beautiful, balmy northeastern Pennsylvania. Yeah, balmy. Anyways, today we're presenting a Buffalo Head nickel series. And the act of May 16th, 1866 created the nickel 5-cent piece. And 47 years later, the birth of the Buffalo nickel. It was a chaotic time. A great many things happened between those two dates, from gold and silver being the currency in the West and paper currency being the monetary unit in the East. Let's say we now fast forward to the end of the 19th century. Revising the nickel 5-cent coin came up again because the Shield and Liberty nickels were uninspiring in the numismatic world. Then in 1909, after the release of the Lincoln cent, interest turned back to the nickel. Several reasons. It was the only coin under law that could be changed at the time. The numismatic world would want to change, and President Roosevelt was a fan of numismatics, and the push was for the sculpture of Washington. Charles Barber, the chief engraver at the time, was losing his popularity, and James Earl Ray Frazier more or less talked his way into being picked to develop the new nickel 5-cent coin. The idea was to celebrate America, and no better way than the American buffalo. The buffalo, let's give you a quick peek of the buffalo here on the reverse, since we're addressing that to begin with. The buffalo on the reverse is said to be Black Diamond, and Black Diamond was a buffalo in the Central Park Zoological Garden in New York City. Now, I guess we'll flip these back over for the reverse. We'll be flipping them back and forth again here in a minute to give you hopefully a better view of what I'm talking about. Anyways, then the American Indian adorns the obverse, and it is said James Earl Frazier used sketches he made of 3 Indian chiefs: a Sioux chief, Iron Tail; a Cheyenne chief, Two Moon; and the third is a mystery. And here we have we're showing the two 1913s, that they're the first year of net. We'll start with them, and there's 2 versions of it, a Type 1 and a Type 2. And early on, it was realized that the word, here we'll address the reverse now again. On the bottom, where it says 5 cents, and the Type 1 is up on, is right here. We're talking about the 5 cent. The Type 1 is on a raised mound. The Type 2s, they cut the raised mound out and embedded the word 5 cents. It was noticed, as I said earlier, in early spring. So in the spring of 1913, the chief engraver, Charles Barber, made changes to the design that placed the 5 cents on the reverse area, reducing, as you're seeing in here, to reduce the wear and tear. And he met with approval from James Earl Ray. So on May 10th, 1913, they began striking the Type 2 coin, version of the coin. And there was a couple of effects, like right in here on the Type 2, it's kind of flat. You lost the hair or fur design on the buffalo, and then on the reverse, it's a little bit flatter here on the Type 2 than it is here. There's more design on his hair. I believe that's the changes when I look at them. That's how I see it. I hope I'm kind of right. And these two Type 13s, as I'm showing, I will put them on our website. So this is the coin. This will be listed there. This here type we're gonna get. This coin here is it's a tone 13 Type 1. We're gonna try and get you a little better because pictures do not do this coin the justice it deserves. This coin's got it's very nicely toned. Try and get it. Very, very nicely toned coin. To see it with the naked eye, the camera doesn't do the justice of it. But we're trying to give you. It's a golden, very golden, bright golden brown. It's not really a dirty, rusty brown like I think the pictures are showing. And then the same as on the reverse. Very majestic coin in my opinion. If you like toned coins, it does give it that old western appeal. And that is the Type 1. If we can zoom in, I know if I zoom in, it's only a little noise in the background. That's baking. That's the kitchen. We're baking tonight. Nothing like having good cookies for baking. Okay, and then the Type 2. We can flip this over here. And try to get the word, the 5 cents. You'll be able to see that better in the picture than on the video. As you can tell, neither am I a salesman or a photographer. I definitely didn't miss my calling there in life. Anyways, thank you for viewing our video. Again, we're Alyssa Coin and Currency. We're at alyssacoins.com. And we'd appreciate any visit that you take into us, and we hope that you've learned something from our little bit of presentation. Thank you again.